Welcome back. Still to come, Jennifer Aniston sets the record straight about those wedding rumours. We'll be live to LA in 20 minutes. First, though, my next guest shook up the world of 70s glam rock and continues to perform for her fans around the world. Suzi Quatro is here, and as she approaches her 50th anniversary in the business, that can't be right. That must be a typo. She's preparing to reveal all in a new one-woman show looking back on her career. If you can. 1973 saw Detroit-born rocker Suzi Quatro storm to the top of the charts with single Can the Can. As the first female bass player, she broke the mould in the world of male glam rock and scored a string of hits, including 48 Crash, Daytona Demon and Devil Gate Drive. A born entertainer, Suzi also turned her hand to acting, with a notable role alongside the Fonz in Happy Days. And now, nearly half a century on, Suzi has sold more than 50 million albums and singles and continues to rock her trademark leather jumpsuit. Suzi, how does it feel when you look back at some of those shots back in the 70s?
I feel real sort of, it's my life, isn't it, you know? It's my life. I've been doing this since 1964, had my first hit in 73. I'm proud to have done what I've done. I feel good about it.
Well, now you're so proud. You're doing a one-woman show, which is looking at your life, Unzipped, as it's called. You issue a warning. You say if you don't like roller coasters, then don't get on. I mean, is that how you look back at life? Has it been a bit of a roller coaster? Well, the music business is. I always say it's a business of rejection. You know, people are saying no more than they say yes. You have to want it so bad that it takes over everything else. And I wanted it that bad. I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to entertain. But it's not easy. No, it's not. You got to have your wits about you. Luckily, I'm not a sex, drugs, and rock and roll person, you know, in that order. I'm very sort of normal off stage. Crazy on stage, normal off. And this is what I'm still here for. And still looking halfway decent. I'm 63 now. You know, that's not young, so... Halfway decent? You look amazing at 63. Can you just say that again? Oh, sorry. You look amazing at 63. Does a lot of work go into keeping fit and well? Are you very healthy? Oh, yeah. You got to work at your body all the time. I jog. I do 3 miles a day. I go to the gym. I do yoga. I watch what I eat. You know... And as you get older, it gets harder and harder, so you just got to always be aware of it. I always say, don't chase youth, because you're never going to be that again. Damn, I'm trying. No, you can't. Don't do it, because you'll be disappointed. But what you can do is look as good as you can look. That's what you can do. You look incredible. When you're up there on stage, tell me what your favourite bit is, telling the audience, when you're looking back at your life. Oh, God. I just like, I mean, I recently, about a year ago, did my best gig of my career, which is incredible, was in Ekaterinburg. And I had to stop every 5 or 6 minutes to take another bouquet of flowers. There was this outpouring of beyond, you know, of love. And I just had to stop right in the middle, so I just put my bass down, and it was like up like this on top of the drum riser, flowers. And I went home to my room, this is a true story, after the gig, went home to my hotel room and cried for 20 minutes. Really? Heavy tears. I'm thinking, why am I crying? It's because there was so much love. And I just, as corny as it sounds, I said, thank you, God, for allowing me to do what I do. Thank you. Because I got more out of it than they did, I think. But it was, and then I read the Facebook, and all the boys in the band had posted the same thing. What an emotional gig. What about the actual emotion? What's the thing when you're standing on stage? What's perhaps the most difficult story to tell, or the bit where you feel really vulnerable on stage? All of it's vulnerable, but I'm that kind of person. I'm not, I don't hide. I think probably it's when my mom is getting to the end of her life, and she came over to see us. See, immediately, did you see my eyes go? They just went. And we walked and we talked and everything, and it was like, she wasn't going to be around for much longer, so we did a lot of talking. That's probably my most exposed moment, because she gave me a title. I don't want to give too much away. She said something to me that ended up as a song, and then I have to play it. So that's like the real,
moment. But I'm glad to do it for her. She was a great mom, you know.
And how have you managed as a mom? Because there's a lovely quote in the book where your son says, embracing who you are, but says, you're not a normal mom. And he says, Mum, you still can't cook. But you had a lot of hats to wear, you know, rock star, rock chick, mom, substitute dad when your first marriage, you know, broke up. How have you coped with playing all these different roles and having the lovely relationship you've got today with your kids?
You've got to be a circus performer. You know, I think men were very clever with the myth that they can't multitask. I think it's probably one of the smartest things they ever did, which means we have to do everything. I don't know how you do it, but you got to wear your hats. But the difficult part is wearing the male and the female hat. You know, I mean, I remember I would shout because I was mad at something with the kids and do the male thing, and then I go and cry. I mean, it's crazy because I'm actually quite a softie. My kids would say I'm not. But I say I am. But they would say I was strict, but I didn't see myself as strict.
Oh, I can see that soft side. And of course, you've played with everybody under the sun. Alice Cooper's one of my favourites. You toured with Alice, but you decided, didn't you, that there'd be no romance involved in that?
Well, oh my God, everybody loves this story. There was always an attraction. He would tell you the same thing. And one time we just found ourselves in the position where we could have a kiss. And we had one of those big, you know, serious kiss. Lasted for maybe 2 or 3 minutes.
And then we both just days.
We just pulled apart and we went, nah.
No.
It was just not going to be that way. No.
Oh, no. You still get such a big kick out of touring. I see that Debbie Harry's stopping. She's older than you. She's 68 now. Do you see a time where you'll actually stop, or do you think you'll just carry on, love the music as long as you can?
I think you have to realize when you feel wrong up there. I've never gone on yet where I've thought, what am I doing? Maybe when that happens, I will. I mean, I have the famous quote. You want me to say my famous quote?
Go on and say it.
Okay. I said it years ago, and it followed me my whole career. I said, when I put on my jumpsuit and I go on stage, turn my back to the audience and shake my ass, and there's silence. Then I say, bye-bye, thank you very much. Hang the suit up and go home.
Oh, that's the time to quit. Suzi, it's a pleasure to see you again. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Good luck with the One Woman Show. Thank you. Still to come between now and 9:25. We're finding out why Michael J. Fox is heading back onto our screens with all the details from LA in 15 minutes. And in just a moment, Dean's putting Greece firmly on the map. He's cooking up lemony lamb kebabs to get us all in the holiday mood. Right now, though, the time is 9 o'clock. Let's get the news. Here's Ranveer.